Hello everyone! Muskie back again with a 3-month project here. Nature! What even is it? The way language works, that's hard to answer. But think about trees. All kinds of trees. And crops. Pumpkins, melons, sugarcane, bamboo. Those are almost crops. And I have them all. When we think of nature, we think about the wild. The untamed parts of the world. And yeah, most of my world is still that, untamed. But around these parts, the modern world has taken over the natural. And it's about time that we return to nature. You see, today, we're leaning into that special je ne sais quoi that nature brings. We're bringing nature back to my base. Now, as for how we're going to do that, I have at least 3 ideas. The first one is the prettiest, I think. We're going to be making something called a winter garden. In the real world, people like to make these little enclosed spaces in cold areas of the world to house plants that might grow in a temperate place. And we're going to be doing just that. In this little taiga biome, I'm going to be making a winter garden. For convenience, I'm also just going to be calling this my greenhouse, because everyone knows what a greenhouse is, but almost nobody knows what a winter garden is. Anyways, materials, what do we need? Checking in with my super duper storage system, we need grass, we need glass, and we need plant mass. We need bees, we need trees, saplings I mean, and we need these. Obviously, I'm skipping over a ton of stuff that can't possibly rhyme. But here's a little snippet from me in the moment. Okay, I got all my building materials, and now we're gonna get started. And get started I did. Black Eyed Peas reference. Some fun facts about this. I think this is the first diagonal building I've made in the entire world. Beyond that, this might be the only building that is purely cosmetic. It doesn't serve any other purpose other than looking pretty. The first one, isn't that wild? Everything else has been a farm or something. Everything. I'll have to consider making more things like this. It's just a pretty little piece of my base to fill the open space and give me something to do. Quick thing worth mentioning is that I'm opening a Patreon for those who might want to help support my videos. So if you'd like to get more Minecraft content from me and see what I'm working on early, and you're alright spending like a few dollars every few months, head over there and check that out. The link is in the description. Okay, we have the skeleton, the actual building done. And we just gotta put in like all the plants inside. Okay. So you probably noticed the path going through this is actually really screwed up. That is not the final version, don't worry. Also, I forgot to mention it earlier, but these paths were actually not in the last video, and I'm trying to get them all figured out this video. But whatever. It's time for plants. Alright, this is me in the editing booth right now. I'm just gonna try to name off some of these plants I can see. I see rosebush, lilac, peonies, leaf litter, nether sprouts, wildflowers, pink petals, cherry saplings, moss blocks, blue orchids, oxeye daisies, firefly bushes, my favorite, sunflowers, allium, open torch flower, closed torch flower, lily pad. I think I see a dry bush in there somewhere. I see a regular bush, grass blocks too. I see coral, drip leaves, twisting vines, leaves of various kinds, bees, those don't count as plants, vines, azalea, flowering azalea, small drip leaf. I think that's everything. Nope. There's a jungle sapling, there's crimson vines, there might be some tulips in there, I'm not sure. I also see bamboo. I think I see a thing called warp nether roots. I'm not sure about the name. Yeah, that's almost every plant in there. That's a lot. You get the idea. Alright, upon closer inspection, I think it's actually a little more than half the plants in the game that are here. But for now, I'm just going to give you this really satisfying look at the finished greenhouse. It's this beautiful collection of some of the diverse flora that Minecraft can offer. Right now, my favorite has to be the firefly bush. Just because you can see this pretty lighting effect with the fireflies that buzz all around the bush. It makes this soft humming noise, and it lights up the night sky when you're near it, just a little bit. And it makes the game feel just more alive and pulsing with life. For a fleeting moment, it feels like the world I'm showing you is real, and not some machination that took years to produce. Whether or not the Minecraft algorithm made it or I did, it's the stuff that makes nature enjoyable to look at. At least in Minecraft it is. And even if it were made by the Minecraft algorithm, who cares? That's a simulation. Our own collective experience may even be a simulation. It still feels fun regardless. Speaking of simulation, here's a quick peek at my creative world and what it looks like for the whole design process. If there was any confusion, I started the design for this thing in my creative testing world, then got all the materials, and then I built it using the schematic overlay mod called Lightmatica. Now that's how you bring nature to your home, with advanced engineering tools that are not at all natural but to make it easier. This is the kind of stuff I'm probably going to be putting on the Patreon content, now that I think about it, so keep that in mind. Okay, I did finish the thing, but I still have to work the paths around, because it wasn't quite perfect the way I'd placed it. We're going to connect all the paths that I can. That's a really big addition to the world here, all the paths that I've added. You can see some of them over here are working out quite nicely. I've already jutted into the path this space here. That's one of the next things I'm going to do to improve this world. I'm going to make paths that lead everywhere. So if you wanted to, you can travel by foot all across the world without an elytra. Don't know why I would include that. I guess it's just really atmospheric. Makes things work a little nicer, you know? That's so true, Muskie from the past. It does make it more atmospheric. Just like our next little ambition, which is adding some better terraforming. For those who have seen some of the previous videos, you'll probably know that my entire base rests upon this completely artificial mound of grass and dirt. Maybe what you don't know is that the replay mod is tragically broken and didn't quite get the full video of me terraforming the spot on the west wing of my base. Sorry about that. But I can show you, in the creative world, the finished product. And what's that mysterious blurred building over there? That's big project number 2 for this video. And on that note, let's get some resources for that big mysterious box. First, jack-o'-lanterns. That's a weird one, but it is going to be useful here. Next up, tragic news. The old slime farm that I was using near my big apparatus of the Guardian farm is broken. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'm going to need a new one. I have a suspicion that changing my world version enough times has changed which chunks are considered slime chunks. I think that's why the old one broke. So I opted to go for a swamp-based slime farm this time. Special thanks to the Ilmango channel for showing this off, although he didn't actually provide a tutorial, he just showed a proof of concept video that I zoomed in on and tried to copy. I must have built the same thing because it works, but I'll still include it in the video description if you want to see it. The simple explanation for this farm is that the mushrooms inside provide a light level of 1, which stops most mobs from spawning inside, but it doesn't stop the slimes from spawning there. Another fun fact that I felt I ought to throw in here is that the farm only works at certain phases of the moon. That's not a joke. It's an actual spawning mechanic. It's very strange. But anywho, we have bucket loads of slime now. Another quick thing we'll get is pale oak wood. Some honorable mentions are hoppers, observers, ice, honey blocks, and a lot of lava. Oh, and before I get started on big project number 2, let's get something out of the way. Every video, I want to try to make one piece of map art to add to the collection. And this time we've got another meme in mind. The coloring is a little weird, it's kind of dark, but I'm fine with how it turned out. That's right, it's Willem Dafoe looking up. This is actually our 7th unique map art in this world. I'm happy to take suggestions for our next one if you got some ideas. Make sure it would not get me demonetized. I don't make money yet on this, but I'd like to. Just leave them down below in our comment section. Now, back to the main event. It's time for the next big project, which will be making around 20 items every second. We started digging out the space we'll need for some underground components. You may notice that there's actually a lot of empty space down there. That's because my entire island here is artificial. Those who've been around the channel a long time might remember that I had to move mountains and all kinds of hills to even make this area viable for this. Now, this farm was super technical, maybe even more so than I'm used to, but this is where we try to use the 4x shulker loader, courtesy of the jCraft channel, link in the description below, to even allow the farm to work in the first place. Now finally, since I'm sure you're hanging on the edge of your seats, what is this a farm for? It's a farm for bone meal. Sure, I've got a bone meal farm already, but not like this. Again, it makes around 20 bone meal every second, not every minute, every second. I've never seen anything like it. And check this out, it's super compacted and dense. It took somewhere in the ballpark of 3 to 4 hours to place all this. And with that stuff done, we did a little trial run just to make sure that it works as intended. And when I turned it on, it did. It worked just like it was supposed to. I was a little surprised, but also delighted that I didn't have to do any troubleshooting. That's wonderful. Again, 20 bone meal every second. And the bone meal farm itself is one I got from the channel, the Archivists. They've got such an ominous name for a Minecraft tutorial channel, but big thanks to them for gracing me with this mechanical wonder. Now, I'm not gonna just leave this queue in the air. We're gonna do some decoration too. Bone blocks seemed like the perfect frame, given all the bone meal that I now had. We also threw in some blackstone, some iron bars, some smooth stone slabs, glazed terracotta in the middle, coarse dirt for most of the walls to give it that nature feel, and lastly, a bone meal pixel art on the roof. That one I used a quick little tutorial for, link in the description, and we were done with the actual bone meal farm. And for the last project of our video, we're gonna be making a shack. That's where we're gonna be keeping all the bone meal. Here's some commentary from past me to explain. Fellas, we are in good business right now. We got the winter garden, our little greenhouse thing done. We got it. We got the bone meal factory done. And now we're going to build this little shack. Look at how nice it looks on the little overhead thing. Amazing. All right. And that's where we're putting it. All right. Let's get to work.
A few moments later.
All right, fellas, we're done. We got so much bone meal in here. Check it out. Every single one of these has these shulker boxes full of bone meal. So all of the bone meal gets transported directly from the bone meal factory through some pipes up into the storage little device here, the shack. Check it out. It's all fancy. We got tuff, we got pale oak, we got pale moss, bones, diorite, acacia. Our wonderful little storage system for the bone meal is done, and we got a pretty little sign. So that's our work here done. Let's go. And with that, let's take a moment to review what we've accomplished today. And when I say today, I mean the past 3 months where I gradually worked on these things. First up, we got this beautiful garden finished. I still think it looks best at night, mostly because of the fireflies. And then we created a majestic factory for bone meal. Again, with 20 bone meal per second. And then to top everything off with that cherry on top, we made a kind of fancy storeroom shack to keep all that bone meal, and to let it build up while we run the farm. So now, as you can see, our little nature quadrant of my big old base is looking much more filled and complete. And that's the extent of my creative brain for this episode. Now, with that little review out of the way, there's only one more thing we need to do. Live Mason reaction.
Wait, testing 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on.
Keep my eye on my recording device. Last time we recorded, it deleted a huge chunk of the actual footage.
I remember that thing over there, the big iron farm. I remember this. Oh my god, it's the storage system.
It's the storage system.
Oh my god, I remember this. I remember this ghast as well. I remember this guy being a huge fucking pain in the ass.
Difficult to get. Yep.
No, you haven't named him.
I have not named him yet. It's been months.
Oh, yeah. What do we think about Aegon of House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals, the Roiner and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm?
I was thinking like John or something would be fine too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do John. Am I allowed to say that I'm drinking alcohol on YouTube?
Yes.
Let's go!
So we got the good old red, white, and blue back in the line here. That's not super new, I guess.
Are you a big, like, America guy?
I like America.
Do you like what they're doing over in Israel?
No. Sometimes.
Anyway, sorry. Minecraft. We're on Minecraft right now. That's what we're doing. Okay. Yeah.
Around here, what do we do? See so much stuff. So, the culmination of my world. There's so many farms. There's so much stuff. And so I pondered. I thought to myself, what if I made something that wasn't a farm? That wasn't practical by any means, but just looked kind of cool and pretty.
This is a great idea.
With that, we got the Winter Garden.
This does look kind of cool and pretty. Is this like a little greenhouse? What is this thing?
Yes. We're calling it greenhouse because no one knows what a winter garden is. All kinds of plants. And it's hard to see, but there's like string above a lot of these things here, so they actually can't grow any further. My first purely cosmetic build, I think it's my first diagonal build in the entire world. As well as
I'm a
being
big diagonal guy. Yeah, this whole diagonal stuff is pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Neato. It's quite cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we're feeling it. What do you think this building might be? What do you think this does?
Here, just hold on. Just sit and stare at it for a second. Okay. I think, is it a constabulary?
I don't know what that is. Probably not.
Constabulary is like. I actually don't know what that is either. Yeah, never mind. What is it?
That's crazy, bro. Let me give you a hint.
Oh! I understand. It's another greenhouse.
Yeah, something like that. It's just incredibly compacted. Have a look at this.
What in the fucking world? What is this? I actually still don't know. It's a bone meal farm, I guess?
It is a bone meal farm. Now, we're going to try to run. It makes like 40, I want to say like 40 bone meal every second? I think it is. It's a lot.
God damn.
It is so efficient that it lags my game, and I'm thinking right now, so I'm recording my screen, and I'm streaming to Discord. I'm just curious what's going to happen if I turn it on. Let's see.
I'll try it out.
Any second now. Frames are dropping.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's usually worse than this.
Manageable.
I was expecting much worse. Okay.
Why didn't you just make tunnels for them to stay in the column? You know what I mean?
because there wasn't enough space. It's super compact.
Yeah, okay, it's just that compact. Yeah, fair enough.
And then down here, I use some like most of this space above me here. This is just me copying stuff from a farm. I'll list it in the description. I don't remember which one it was called. I don't know the channel. I'm sure it'll be in the video somewhere.
Yo, everybody go check description right now.
Yeah, true. And then the shell, like the entire shell is my own complete creation. This is complete freestyle. I think I used a small video for the actual bone meal map art, but that was some simple stuff there, yeah. And then down here, we got some new stuff. Some combination, mostly of my own creations down here. But, oh, this is a shulker loader that I use from a different farm that I copied over here. And the piping is mine. And all the stuff above these little shulker loaders are my own creation too. Just the piping and stuff up here. Including like the little minecart array. So yeah. In 6 minutes, I get 4 shulker boxes full of bone meal. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is actually insane.
Yep, we did have a bone meal farm inside the dirt farm over here, which I believe it made like 4 shulker boxes every hour. This one makes like 40 shulker boxes every hour of bone meal, maybe 50. It would be higher if it weren't laggy. Like, I think it can hit 60. But it doesn't.
So wait, you already have a
bit.
bone meal farm?
Yes, but it wasn't nearly as good.
What the fuck? This is so unnecessary.
Oh, it might be necessary. But yeah, you know, we're keeping up that theme. We got nature. I put nature in a box over here, and I put it in an even tighter, a more tightly compacted box over here.
Dude, what's gonna be next? What's gonna be next? A more tightly compacted box?
Arguably, yes.
What are your plans for the future here?
So my next video, I think, is just going to be me going around to every single farm and making at least one improvement.
So nothing new.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Really running out of ideas here, man.
yeah. Let's show you tiny object number 3. Which
There's
is
a third tiny object?
yes. It
Oh
is.
my god, I feel like you know when people were like looking on at 9/11 back in the day and everything hit the first tower and you were like, oh okay, like that's pretty bad, but
Yeah.
Surely it can't
Okay,
get
so
worse.
this is
second plane hit the
this
tower,
yep, true.
And you're like, oh my god, that's how I feel right now.
True. First tower, second tower, the Pentagon.
This is worse than 9/11. 9/11 didn't have 3 towers.
The Pentagon. Now, for the contents of the inside, this is 9/11 plane 2.5 because it's actually still part of the bone meal apparatus.
I see.
So you might have seen, we have all of these little pipes, all of these compressors for our bone meal.
I definitely did see that.
Where do they go? Well,
where did they get?
they go in here, up these pipes.
Oh
into
my god, I could
here.
have never seen that coming.
So we have these 4 little storage corners, so we can keep all our boxes of bone meal.
This is a cute little building. I like this.
Yes, and we got a cute little sign here. Welcome
Yeah,
to
this
the
is a
Nature
lot
Pod-
cuter than 9/11, if I'm
Bone
being
Meal Storage.
honest.
That's true. That's all the content I believe I have for you today. Any questions?
No, I guess not particularly. I mean, do you think 9/11 was an inside job?
Probably not.
If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and sticking around for the next chapter. Until then, take it easy, keep exploring, and I'll see you next time. Christmas tree emoji.
So true, Mr. AI. All right.
Not AI, by the way. I came up with that on my own. Thanks for rewarding my creativity, scumbag.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and comment. It's more important that you comment, I think. You do that. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
guys. Please engage, by the way, because he pays me for this. It's not like I don't do these for free, and I don't get paid much for these, and my rent is extremely cheap, so I do remember the map art.
All right. Check this out.
There's another one. That's
There's
incredible.
another one. All right, that's everything.
How
Goodbye.
long do these take you?
Hours. Like 2 hours. Like
Oh my
2
god.
hours to make
What
each
a
of
great
these.
use of time.
Great use of time. Garbage move his balls. Will the foe looking up. Thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye.